Welcome guys to my channel. Today I'm going to do some reviews on Petronpay. Petronpay is a company that have invested in Earth, but they don't have a real product that they are selling. Petronpay claims to be in the business for some years. They say starting from 2010, but this official Petronpay website was registered on 2019 and renewed back on 2020. Yeah, if I'm right. So we are going to look on it. We are going first to look on some important key things. One is what is a Ponzi scheme. We are going to identify what is a Ponzi scheme, look at its characteristics and understand it. Second one is a pyramid scheme. We understand what's a pyramid scheme and how it works. Yeah, and then we look on some reviews about Petronpay. And I think we go just right to it. Let's start with the Ponzi scheme. Guys, watch my video and ensure you like and subscribe to this channel to get the latest videos. Let's go to it. Watch to the end to capture the important details on this. Let's look what is a Ponzi scheme. Here there are some diagrams about Ponzi scheme. Ponzi scheme. Let's go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia has the best explanation what a Ponzi scheme is. Let's look on what's Ponzi scheme. Ponzi scheme. Right? Got it. Let's read what a Ponzi scheme is. This is the explanation. A Ponzi scheme is a form of fraud that lures investors and pays profits to earlier investors with funds from more recent investors. The scheme leads victims to believe that profits are coming from legitimate business activities. Yeah, the guys on the upper end, the guys who joined earlier, are the one who benefits from this scheme, and they believe that the profit that they are getting is coming from the success of the investment of the products and the company. But that's not the case. The profits, but not really the profits, they are payments coming just from the new investors who are joining the system. A Ponzi scheme can maintain the illusion of sustainable business as long as new investors contribute in fact, and as long as most of the investors do not demand full repayment and still believe in the non-existent assets they are purported to own. This Ponzi scheme is sustainable as long as early investors don't withdraw their money, don't cash out their money, and new investors continue joining the system. That's how a Ponzi scheme is. That's what a Ponzi scheme is. Guys understand what a Ponzi schemes. So many online businesses, online companies have these structures, and they are really taking money from people. On something else like a pyramid scheme. Let's look what is a pyramid scheme. Let's read what's a pyramid scheme, guys. We have seen what a Ponzi scheme is, what's its structure, what sustains it. Let's look what's a pyramid scheme also. Pyramid scheme on Wikipedia. Pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme. Let's read this. pyramid scheme is a business model that recruits members via promise of payment or services for enrolling others in the scheme, rather than supplying investments or sales of products. As recruiting was priced, recruiting becomes quickly impossible and most members are unable to profit. As such, pyramid schemes are unsustainable and often illegal. Yeah, you got it right. I hope you read with me. A pyramid scheme. The only way you make profit on this kind of scheme is by recruiting new members. If you don't recruit more members, I don't know whether they have some anything else you can make money through it. And this what sustain it. And if no more investors join this scheme, this system is unsustainable. It can collapse. Let's look on this diagram. Let's add these diagrams. Let's say that in this system, every member who joins this system have to recruit 6 other members on the system. Let's see, the first fella recruits 6 people. The second fella and the first fella have to recruit 6. Pyramid schemes can become impossible to sustain. You see, more than the sustainable, more than the world population. Do you think that the whole population of the world, not even the world, African population, let's say Middle East population, can join Petronpay? Not really. But look how many people are required to sustain this system. It's impossible, guys. The unsustainable exponential progress of a classic pyramid scheme assumes that every member is required to recruit 6 new members. This thing cannot be sustainable, guys. Pyramid scheme cannot be sustainable. Pyramid schemes have existed for at least a century in different guises. Some multi-level marketing plans have been classified as pyramid schemes. Some explanation on pyramid schemes. Let's look on how we can identify a Ponzi scheme. Let's see how we can identify it and be safe from it. Let's see. Let's jump directly to the steps. The red flags is the number 1. One is abnormally higher investment returns. The most obvious sign of any investment skulldugger is the promise of an abnormally high investment return. While a Ponzi scheme may take a variety of forms, they all follow the same intrinsic theme. Investors are promised they will make a much higher returns than can be achieved through any conventional investment opportunity. When analyzing investment opportunity, remember that if it's so good but true, it's probably is. That simple explanation, self-explanatory about abnormal high investment, about these Ponzi schemes. The second red flag about this Ponzi scheme is guaranteed returns. See this about this. The words guaranteed returns are designed to trigger both deep-seated investor greed and the willing belief that this is a surefire thing. However, when it comes to investing, no returns is ever guaranteed, and even the most modest investment carries some risk. Greed is your greatest enemy when investing. Greed is your greatest enemy when investing. Be highly suspicious of anyone who offers you a guaranteed return on your investment. Excuse me for that. Here, the key thing is that be highly suspicious of anyone who offers you a guaranteed returns on your investments. It's never guaranteed on your investment. It's about some risk, guys. So take care of that. The third one is consistently high performance. By their very nature, the investment market lies and fall over time, and your return in any reputable investment will reflect these market fluctuations. Be skeptical of any investment that promises consistently positive returns regardless of overall market conditions. Let's look some red flags on Petronpay site. Petronpay site is offering high-yielding investment program that's nothing but a type of Ponzi scheme. In a Ponzi scheme, the company pays a higher return to its investors from the money invested by new members. The company doesn't have any real business. They are just receiving investment from various people and they pay interest from the new members' investments. That's what they actually doing. Gradually, with time, a huge amount of debt gets accumulated on the company, and the company stops paying and even shut their operations and run away with those money. So, if you're interested from Pay, guys, let's look on some reviews about Petronpay. Let's first understand what's Petronpay, how Petronpay works. Let's look. Petronpay is supposed to be an investment company where you can buy a package or investment for a certain price. Problem is that this is an unregulated company, and the main issue is that all unregulated companies are untrustworthy. Note that apparently they invest in oil and you are promised a higher ROI, return on investment. The problem is that the only way to purchase the package is by using Bitcoin. And note that to me personally, this was the first red flag, and there will be more of them whenever there is a company that deals with cryptocurrency and operates as the MLM, multi-level marketing system. That chances are highly that is flawed. That's how Petronpay is. Let's see some useful information about Petronpay. Note these ones. This company was founded in 2019, and also their website petronpay.com was registered in December 2019. So as of this lighting to has less than an year. According to its website, the CEO is a person called John Grant. There is no other information about this individual. One would assume that such a great business has a profile on LinkedIn or LinkedIn or well as the CEO, but it is not the case. This guy has only an Instagram profile that is accessible from the Petronpay website. Note that only an Instagram. He is the CEO. He has no history, no background about that. Let's look on the compensation plan of Petronpay. The compensation plans are pretty difficult to understand throughout or multi-level marketing system, that in the case with Petronpay as well. To make it simple, here is on view. Remember what we learned is that in order to invest your money in a certain company, you should understand their compensation plan or their how to make profit or how the business work with very less time. And I can remember what we learned is that with some scholars, Buffett said that if you don't understand a business, don't invest on it. I don't understand on this compensation plan of Petronpay. Look how complicated it is. I don't get a breakthrough about it. So I don't know about you, but it's up to you to decide on this. Let's ask ourselves, is Petronpay a pyramid scheme? Let's see. It's clarify that the pyramid scheme is Generally, if a company works as multi-level marketing and has no product to sell, it is considered as a pyramid scheme. In other words, the only way how people within the structure make money is via recruiting, via referrals. Such pyramid schemes are illegal in most countries simply because this model is not sustainable and the whole structure looks like this. Yeah, we have already looked at a pyramid scheme. You can see these few fellows here up here are the ones who are going to make a lot of money, makes the most money in the system, in the structure, and you can see process the most money. Who are these? These are the new recruitings who are being recruited to the system, and there are so many of them, and they are joining the system from this fella, from the influence of these few fellas who don't care about your income or don't care about your money. All what they are interested is just earning from the systems. So take care of that. Note that. Let's look on some key red flags on Petronpay. One is fake address. If you take a look at the company address of the website, it says that they are located in the Airgates building in Switzerland. That's fake. Airgates Center. This is in Switzerland. It's presented at the Petronpay promotional video as well. It's curious this fella who did this blog. It's curious had contacted the building, and what the feedback was is that you see it's written in Portuguese. Let's look at translations. That means that they do not have such a tenant in their building, so no tenant in that building which they claim is their offices. Another red flag is owner CEO. Most likely the CEO who calls himself John Platt is fake. He has no profile, only an Instagram profile, guys. There is no information about such a person as the guy who works. Let's look on the fourth red flag, no product to sell. There is no product within the Petronpay portfolio whatsoever. Based on the compensation plan we have seen, it's obvious that the company is a pyramid scheme. Fortune's fake photos. Here is a fake photo from Fortune's magazine, volume 28. This is fake. Fitting there out. This is fake photo. Put that. Apparently, this is not the only one. Fortune magazine, volume 28. As we see, other people use the same template over and over again. If you notice, the text is the same in all examples. Let's look. There's nothing I like about Petronpay. Actually, what I don't like about Petronpay, they use false address. The company is unregulated. CEO is mostly likely fake. Pyramid scheme. The company is committing security fraud. That's my view on Petronpay.